Joe Rogan doesn't hold back as he brutally calls out Sunny Hostin in the wake of Melania Trump's shocking $100 million lawsuit against The View. In this explosive takedown, Rogan exposes the hypocrisy and double standards in mainstream media, leaving no stone unturned. His raw and unfiltered reaction has everyone talking, and you won't believe what he says about the lawsuit and The View's controversial comments. This is a must-watch moment that's shaking up the media world. Before we dive in, please comment below where you are watching us from and subscribe to our channel. Melania Trump is making headlines with a massive $100 million lawsuit against the hosts of The View. The former First Lady is suing the talk show after the hosts made inflammatory and controversial comments about her during a recent episode. This legal battle has captivated the public, leaving many wondering what exactly led to such a dramatic confrontation. During the episode in question, the hosts of The View harshly criticized Melania's role as First Lady and her relationship with former President Donald Trump. They implied that she was unhappy in her marriage and uninterested in her duties as First Lady. One host even went as far as to claim that Melania might want to take him out, a shocking and violent insinuation. This kind of rhetoric was particularly troubling, considering former President Trump has already faced 2 assassination attempts. The hosts didn't stop there. They criticized her White House redecoration and her apparent dislike for Christmas traditions, portraying her as someone who was miserable and unwilling to embrace the responsibilities of her role. These personal attacks did not sit well with Melania. In response, she filed a defamation lawsuit, arguing that the host's statements were false and damaging to her reputation. This lawsuit is not merely about hurt feelings. It is about protecting her public image from what she views as baseless and harmful claims. Melania is taking a stand, demanding accountability for comments she believes crossed the line. Adding fuel to the fire, media personality and podcast giant Joe Rogan entered the conversation. Rogan didn't hold back, slamming The View for what he called blatant hypocrisy. He reminded the public that just a few years ago, the Trumps were warmly welcomed on the show. Footage from past episodes shows Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and even the late Barbara Walters greeting Donald Trump with hugs and smiles. Back then, the audience cheered him on, and the hosts treated him as a friend of the show. Rogan argued that The View's sudden hostility toward the Trumps was politically motivated, accusing the show of shifting narratives for the sake of sensationalism. Rogan also criticized the show for prioritizing drama over meaningful discussions. He even joked that if you averaged the IQ of the hosts, it might not reach triple digits, a harsh comment that his fans found entertaining. He described The View as a rabies-infested henhouse, highlighting the show's reputation for controversial and often inflammatory takes. Rogan's comments resonated with many viewers who see The View as a platform that thrives on creating drama rather than fostering thoughtful debate. Beyond the immediate drama, Melania's lawsuit raises significant questions about the media's role in discussing public figures' personal lives. This legal battle could have far-reaching implications for how the media handles sensitive topics about celebrities and political figures. It sparks a debate about freedom of speech versus the responsibility to avoid spreading harmful and potentially false information. Melania's case is about more than defending her own image. It's about setting a precedent for how media outlets should engage with public figures. Can talk show hosts freely speculate about someone's personal life without consequences, or should they be held accountable for crossing the line? This lawsuit could redefine the boundaries of media commentary. While Melania aggressively defends herself, many are watching to see how The View will respond. The show has yet to issue a formal statement regarding the lawsuit. The public is also curious about whether the hosts will address the controversy on air or remain silent. Meanwhile, this case continues to spark intense debate online, with some supporting Melania's decision to fight back and others defending the host's right to free speech. The lawsuit also touches on the wider issue of media double standards. Rogan pointed out that the same hosts who are now criticizing the Trumps were once openly supportive when it suited them. This perceived hypocrisy is fueling public skepticism toward mainstream media, with many accusing outlets like The View of pandering to political trends instead of maintaining consistent principles. This legal showdown is far from over. Both sides are preparing for a fierce battle in court, and the outcome could have lasting effects on the media industry. Whether Melania wins or loses, this lawsuit is already making waves by highlighting the delicate balance between freedom of speech and defamation. It forces both the media and the public to reconsider how far is too far when it comes to discussing the private lives of public figures. As this case unfolds, it promises to deliver more twists and turns, keeping audiences glued to every update. Melania Trump's $100 million defamation lawsuit is more than just a celebrity legal battle. It's a reflection of the growing tension between public figures and the media in today's polarized climate. Melania Trump's lawsuit against the hosts of The View has the potential to set a significant legal precedent in media law. If she wins, it could reshape how media outlets discuss public figures, including celebrities and politicians, by establishing clearer boundaries between free speech and defamation. This case could influence how talk shows like The View handle sensitive topics related to the personal lives of public figures. One of the controversies fueling this legal battle involves allegations that Donald Trump was unfaithful to Melania during her pregnancy. These claims, while widely circulated, are unlikely to be presented to the jury due to judicial rulings on admissibility. Critics argue that such rumors portray Trump as insecure and insensitive, further intensifying public scrutiny of his marriage. While The View has faced backlash before, this situation stands out because it involves the former First Lady suing a major talk show. The lawsuit coincides with Donald Trump making headlines for unrelated political reasons, sparking speculation that the legal action may be a strategic move to shift media attention back to Melania during a politically charged time. Whether calculated or driven by genuine frustration, this case is complex and layered. Adding to the complexity is Melania's recent public support for reproductive rights, which contrasts with Donald Trump's political stance on the issue. In a video promoting her memoir, she emphasized the importance of individual freedom and women's rights, sparking debate over the apparent disconnect between her views and her husband's policies. The most inflammatory comments from The View involved accusations that Melania despises her husband and prefers not to live with him. These remarks shocked viewers and raised questions about the appropriateness of discussing such personal matters on national television. Unlike many public figures who respond to media criticism with statements from their PR teams, Melania has chosen to take legal action, signaling that she's serious about protecting her reputation. Her $100 million defamation lawsuit aims to hold the hosts accountable for what she claims are false and damaging statements. This legal move isn't about temporary damage control. It's a long-term effort to safeguard her personal and public image. By taking the issue to court, Melania is drawing a clear line between free speech and harmful defamation, emphasizing that even public figures deserve protection from false claims. This lawsuit raises significant questions about the rights of public figures to privacy and the media's responsibility in reporting on their personal lives. Where should the line be drawn between public interest and defamation? If Melania's case is successful, it could lead to stricter standards for how media outlets discuss public figures, impacting not only politicians but celebrities and their families as well. However, not everyone views Melania's lawsuit as a noble effort to protect her reputation. Critics argue that she might be using the situation for publicity, while others believe she is genuinely defending herself against harmful media narratives. The truth likely lies somewhere in between. Regardless of her motivations, the lawsuit highlights the ongoing struggle between fame, privacy, and media accountability. As this case unfolds, it will be closely watched for its potential to reshape media practices. A win for Melania could force entertainment shows to be more cautious when addressing controversial topics, potentially limiting how freely they critique public figures. Conversely, It might raise concerns about stifling free speech and media expression. The outcome of this lawsuit will have far-reaching implications for how media outlets balance their freedom to comment with the responsibility not to harm reputations. This legal battle is more than a personal dispute. It could redefine media boundaries and set a new standard for how public figures are discussed in the media. With the case still in progress, the public is eagerly awaiting how the courts will respond. Whether this lawsuit results in greater media accountability or sparks debates over free speech restrictions, it's clear that the outcome will leave a lasting impact on both media law and celebrity culture. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a beat. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.